delay more. Others can join, no issues. It's their responsibility to join the session on time. Okay, to respect the other timings as well. Okay, well, can you see the screen, please? Please confirm.
Yes.
Oh, well, thanks. So, you guys are aware? We have discussed so far basic introduction as a consultant should know. Just we have spent almost close to 3 days, like the opportunities and what are offerings, some basic fundamentals information which I have discussed. Since yesterday onwards, we are doing a configuration, that is a basic configuration for general ledger, as well as you can call it as a common configuration as well. So common configuration, we can do both the ways. One is through manual process, another way is doing through rapid implementation sheet. As part of exercise, we are doing manual process where you guys can understand and where to navigate and each and every activity level. If I go ahead and directly demonstrate on rapid process for you, it's a bit difficult in case something issues which you find while uploading the rapid process. Hence, we are going through first manual process. Later, we are going to do the rapid implementation process. So whenever you start working on the consultant role, this will be the generic approach which we follow, like sequence. Everything is going to be follow as a sequence, because without defining a calendar, I cannot able to do the ledger definition. Same way, without don't define your primary ledger, I cannot able to do the specify ledger option definition. Without doing a legal address definition, I cannot able to move on the legal entity definition. So there are processes which you need to follow as a sequence. Not only for this particular module, this would be common across for all modules. Without defining my payment terms, I cannot able to move on to the reference data set definition. Everything is going to be interlinked. Without defining my supplier, I cannot able to define supplier address. Without defining supplier address, I cannot able to define supplier sites. Okay, so same way, everything is gonna be interlinked to each other. When it coming to transaction process, it's not like that. Without performing standard invoice creation also, if you wanted to directly create on any other activity, you can go ahead and perform that. Example, prepayment activity you wanted to start directly, yes, you can go ahead and do that. Configuration, you need to follow some standards as well as with a sequential flow. Then only you can able to achieve your complete configuration. Okay, well, as part of the definition, 4Cs we have discussed yesterday, calendar and currencies. And also we have discussed how many segments you can able to create, what is value set, how it is interlinked value set to segments. Okay. And in general, any company, basically how many segments count they are gonna recommend and all. So we have discussed maximum cases, 9 segments should be sufficient to fulfill any kind of requirement. So here, as part of our training, we are considering only 4 segments, like company, account, department, and future one. As I said, what is the use of future? In case in future, if the business is expanding, so in case they wanted to introduce any new segment, so we cannot able to edit the structure at that time. For that reason, we are giving future 1, future 2, future 3 segments, kind of future references. But till that time, we can go ahead and use this some standard default values with some zeros and all. Okay, we'll see that how basically How that's gonna work and all, we are gonna see that. Okay, well, now let's go ahead and create the value sets. Okay, so I've already logged into the application. Where is that? It's like this. Okay, just sign in. Once you sign in, the application will be open. You guys aware? Okay. Right. This is something your generic user. What user we need to log in? We have created one user, right? Log in with that user. This is our user. Okay. Because desired roles, everything we are gonna assign to this user. We are gonna use everything like kind of configuration or anything. We are gonna use that. Okay. So I see, I get to know that 6 or 7 participants already registered. I see less today. Maybe the passcode is changed. Maybe people are not checked the email IDs for that reason. Just I get to know information. No issues. Anyway, recording is available. They can refer that. Not a problem. And remember, waiting for one person, it won't be good. And whenever you start working on the project, we need to respect the timings. So as I mentioned, we are going to start the session sharp by 7:05. Please plan, accordingly. Okay, that's what my request. Waiting for one person or two persons, it won't be good. Okay, and we need to respect timings and we need to focus on our topics also. And duration also, it's very, very important to complete the deliverables within the timelines. Okay, just do this kind of exercise. Just consider that it's a real-time project which you guys are working. Okay, so that it will be easy for you to get habituated. Okay, timings and the is very, very important. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do that. As I mentioned, chart of accounts value set which we are going to define now. Every activity, the task name is very, very important to know. Okay, to move on. Let's go ahead and do that. How many ways we can able to do the configuration? How many ways or how many ways you can navigate? Please, any one of you.
Through the rapid implementation stage and through the manual. Just now we have what we are doing.
No, no, no. See, how many ways you can able to configure that? I'm telling you, my question is how many ways you can navigate? Navigation I'm talking about.
Directly through the search window or from the task, I believe.
Text FSM, or else you can navigate to project, or else you can navigate to your global search. Okay. Let's go ahead and define from here. Okay. Maximum cases, you can go ahead and define from here, or else whatever the way you feel comfortable either project or else maybe from the global search, you can go ahead and do that. Okay. Manage chart of accounts. Just search with that. You can see whatever the task which are starting with manage chart of accounts, all will be available here. Let's go ahead and one by one. Let's create that. How many value sets we decided to go ahead with? Which are 4. Okay. Let's go ahead and do that. Guys, process wise, it's going to be same. In case if you wanted to search any existing value sets which are already available in the system, please go ahead and type it and you can able to see that. Okay. So we are going to create new. Always see here, just say create it. Once you create it, you can able to see. We are following one naming convention. Just give the naming convention. Like, what is the naming convention here? We are using AUG. Follow the same. Okay. So rather giving like that, you can give like this. Okay. For user ID, we have given one, but remaining all, we are going to follow the naming convention like this. Okay. AUGN. And remember, the name should be unique, guys. If you give some duplicate name, which is already available in the system, you cannot able to complete that activity. Okay. So just keep in mind that also. Okay, once you started doing practice and you guys can easily follow that, not a problem. So here, region company, and the module. Which module is part of? It's part of
General ledger.
general ledger. Yes. In case you wanted to do for fixed assets, yes, you can do. See here, we see lot many validation types. Basically here, not 99%, I can say 100%. So how you wanted to define the validation type? Validation type always see here, whenever you define value sets, always this should be independent. For example, whenever you guys are going to define the assets category flex fill, in case if you wanted to define minor category and major category, at that time we are going to take as a dependent and independent dependency. We can see that. Okay. Here, and the data type would be character. The moment once you click on or once you select the character here, value set type, it's going to be text. The moment it's going to select that text, right, it's going to ask you the maximum length, means how many characters you wanted to give that. Means, for example, the company, how many characters, like how many length, like 4 numbers or 5 numbers or 6 numbers or 7 numbers, how many you wanted to give, we can go ahead and give that. Of course, we are going to do the validation. If I give a validation like maximum length is 4, when I try to enter the value set value as 5, system will not allow you. Everything is going to be interlinked, guys. Okay. So let's go ahead and give the value set. It's going to be company, right? Let's give some value, maybe 4. Okay. And just say here, once you create it, just save it.
So
In
can you
case,
just,
yeah,
uh,
please.
sir, can you please click on validation type once, please?
Which one?
Validation type option.
Okay, so here it is already, once it is saved, it won't be editable field. Okay, next value we are going to see that. Okay,
Okay, sir.
yeah. And one more thing, that security enable is there. This can be used at the time of security rule definition. Okay, just time being, just understand the concept. Okay, well, here what we have given, company, module, and maximum length. Same way, how many you wanted to define, you can go ahead and define. We have decided to go with 4. Same way, you can go ahead and define with your next. Here, manage values and all, we are going to talk about that, how to add the value set values and all. Let's say save and close. If you wanted to search with that, you can go ahead and search with that now. It will be available now. Okay, here, company. It will be available now. Okay, this way. Same way, you can go ahead and this would be account. Same way, you can go ahead and define the definition. Value set type always would be independent. Yeah, here we are saying something. Yeah.
Yes, sir. So
Mhm.
here the option is the character number, you
Mm.
know.
Mm.
I don't know if you remember, in the EBS,
Mhm.
we have, there is one more profile option.
Correct.
The there is a profile.
Mm.
The option itself is a profile. So so I think that option they have removed.
In
Do
this
you-
in cloud, it is not available. That is not available.
Remember, sir, it was available in EBS. I don't know. So let's say for
Profile exactly. I'm not sure. I'm not sure.
click on validation type.
Yeah, this size you can see that
No, no,
validation.
no. Validation type, not data type. Type.
Oh, here, okay, independent, dependent. Okay, here you are talking
Here,
about, okay,
just like table is there, na, there is a one more profile
called as a
option
profile. Profile,
that name is
correct.
profile only, correct? So that is
Mm-hmm.
not available actually. Okay. So the
Yeah.
basically sorry, just for a second. So significance for the profile option is that, let's say for example, we have a multiple users,
Mm-hmm.
and my balancing segment is that, then directly I can assign it. So whenever going for the transaction,
Mm.
automatically that particular balancing segment is available. But anyway, now they have removed even the responsibility also. So because may might be that reason.
Yes. So what you need to do is, anyway, you are already working on EBS, right? Just make a note on that. Okay.
Okay.
In case if someone asks you what is the difference and change, so that we can able to explain that. So it will be
Correct.
kind of change. Okay. It will be kind of
Correct.
change. Yeah.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just move on the text, and here account. I wanted to give account also with 4 length. Okay. Just say save and close. And next, just say add it. What other thing? Department. Let's copy paste it. Okay. Whenever you do practice, please use a different naming convention. And also, when I try to use the same naming convention, example, if you wanted to go ahead with the same example, which is already defined, just move on type. See here. See, the value set is already available. Okay. So you cannot able to move on. It should be always unique. When you do your practice, just give a different naming convention, as I mentioned, just followed by a number you follow, so that for it is easy to paste the details that will be shown in the top. Okay, that's what I recommend. Use a and remaining characters, whatever you use your name, whatever the naming convention, that is fine. Okay. And the moment once you complete one value set definition, automatically whichever which you used initially, that is going to be come in the top. Okay. This would be general uh, activity irrespective of any kind of configuration which you do. Okay. Whenever you select a code combination also, the moment once you select the account, automatically no need to go and search that. You can just click on that and you can able to see the value there. You can just update that. A department, I wanted to give a department like as a 2 characters. Okay, just a save and close. Basically, here under save and close, here you can see one button called save and create another. But unfortunately, in this instance, test instance, it is not available. It's a bug actually. Okay. I will show you in some other areas, you can see that option, save and create another. The drop down will be shown. The moment once you put a cursor here, it will be available. But unfortunately, in this instance, particular this page, it is not available. Okay. So next is future. Same we can define up to 30. Again, I'm telling you, this is a manual process which you are trying to follow. Once this is completed, no need to do anything manually. Everything come from the rapid process. Once the data preparation is done, we can go ahead and verify the details. Okay.
It will create it from the rapid implementation stage itself, correct?
Yes, everything can be taken care, but you need to just come here and validate that how the data is loaded and okay.
Understood.
Yeah. So here maximum length, which I'm giving as a 2. Okay. Just say save and close. So now if you wanted to search with what are value sets which are there with AUGN, here you can able to identify. For example, sometimes what will happen, your validation type, sometimes without knowing, if you select the dependent, it's going to be issue, right? So what you need to do, just come again here, just edit this. You can see this as a kind of not editable field. If whenever you do any activity, remember few things you need to make a note. Once I define, because I came across lot many issues, because whenever I do any kind of configuration, if I rather taking independent, if I take something dependent, just assume that, think in a realistic way. Even other person is also monitoring what I am doing, means like 4eyes kind of support we are doing implementation. In the, without knowing my intention or other person intention, we have taken that as a dependent and save. So whenever you do any kind of activity, recommendation is, till possible extent, it's not at all going to be mandatory, but for the sake of to know better process to avoid the issues, whenever you define, just understand what is editable field and what is non-editable field. For example, if you give a description something wrong, later on you can come and you can modify that. And maximum length, yes, till the transaction process happen, you can come here and you can edit that. But something which are not editable fields, you need to be very careful. Because when we have done some implementation, we have given some wrong values in the production environment. What it's gonna do, it will create some dummy values in the system. Of course, you can use that like kind of do not use something, and you can create another value set. That way we can do. But recommendation is better to not to create that kind of situation. Okay, to edit something on any activity level. Okay. Prepare your own document like BR100 or MC50, manage configuration of BR100, business requirement document. You can just go ahead and refer, understand what are editable fields and what are not editable, so that it will be easy for you to avoid the issues later on.
Sir, I have a question. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah.
Just I have a question. Can you just
Mhm.
again go to the that value sets, please? See here, it's always recommended, whereas in the case of the chart of account, it
Mhm.
should be the independent, correct?
Correct.
And this security enabled features.
Mhm.
So this basically security enabled feature is for the security rules, correct? So if I
Correct.
can enable, then I can create the security rules.
Correct. You're correct.
Okay, got it.
We'll see that security rule. We'll try to enable any one of the value set, and we'll see that, okay, as part of security rule definition.
Yeah,
But
but normally security rules, I think in the company sets, company value sets. I mean, that is first, not for the account or anywhere. Anyway, we'll check later on.
department, maybe you can take that, not a problem. Department also we can take that. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Value set definition is completed.